Hi, my name's Jared Hill, and I wanted to talk to you about your LinkedIn profile today. How many times have you actually been found for what it is that you do for a living through your profile? How many times has somebody actually done a search trying to find somebody that does something and then they find your profile? Probably very few times, because in the people search in LinkedIn, it's essentially just like doing a Google search for something. If I'm looking for a web designer, I might go into a Google search and search for website design, and I might find a whole slew of websites to choose from, and then I have to go and look and see, which website looks best and which one makes me feel best about making a decision to call or submit an inquiry. Now, what's cool about LinkedIn is that we're dealing person to person. So if I want to find a web designer to work with, I can search for website designer and see a whole list of people that fit that category. And then I can try and connect with one of those people. Now, the problem is that it's very hard to get ranked well in that listing, or at least that's what you're probably led to think. It's difficult to rise to the top of the rankings there. With a Google search, obviously Google is using the relevant information in your website. They're using the amount of websites that are linking to you, and there's several other factors that Google uses in their algorithm to rank your website higher on the list, first page of Google or something like that. However, it's a little bit different the way that it works with trying to get yourself to rank high in search in LinkedIn. And so what I'm going to teach you how to do is how to optimize your profile so that you can rise to the higher rankings and potentially be found when somebody's searching for what it is that you do. Because a lot of us want that one-on-one connection. We want to work with somebody and actually know that person. And our LinkedIn profiles are great in the layout. They have our experience, they have our recommendations, and all sorts of information that helps a person make a decision, whether they just have a question about something or they're actually looking to spend some money with the right person. So being found is a difficult thing up until some of the things that I've been able to figure out. It's not rocket science, it's nothing new, it's just stuff that I am trying from web design experience that I have. I've been a web designer for over 12 years, and over those years I've had to do different things to have websites rank well in search engines. And I thought, you know what? LinkedIn has kind of a search engine in there too, a people search engine. So I wonder what I have to do to make that happen to where I can get myself to the higher rankings. If you do a search in LinkedIn for website designer, there's over 130,000 results. So 130,000 people on LinkedIn that mention website designer in their profile. I show up as number 4 in the world. And that's not because I have hundreds of recommendations or something like that on my profile. It's simply because I set up my profile correct and have all the information in there that ranks it as relevant for that search. Same thing with wedding photography. I have more than one thing that I rank for in the search. If you go and do a search for wedding photographer, I'm number 1. If you go and do a search for video producer, I'm number 1. All the little things that I do, I'm showing up for. And all it takes is a little bit of optimization to your profile, and that's what I want to teach you in my course. It's a very short, basic 1 hour different courses that I put together, lectures, teaching you some things that you need to think about first, some research that you can do to try and find the right terms and different things for you to write the content that's going to go into your profile, and then the way to lay it out in all of the different sections of your profile so that when somebody goes and does a search for a specific industry, perhaps the one that you're in, you're going to rank relatively well. And so we talk a lot about that and how to set it up. So that's what's coming in the future videos that you see listed below. So I hope that you find this interesting. I think that you will come to recognize that if you're findable in LinkedIn, people are searching for things in LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a huge social network. People are searching for things and they're probably not able to find you because you're just too far down on that list. If you're on page 2, even further down, page 3, you're almost invisible when it comes to being found by those things. And for me, those are the most important. If somebody's looking for a website designer, I want to be on that first page, because I don't just want to rely on the first person contacts and the second contacts that I have with people and making those connections. To me, that's a little like closed-minded thinking, small thinking. What is the sphere of influence that I have and what's attached to that? Of course, that's good, and that's part of what LinkedIn is all about. However, what about the rest of the people out there in the world who could potentially use my services, who don't know somebody with a first, second, or even third connection, and just want somebody that does a great job? That's how you're found in the people search section. So stay tuned for the rest of the videos. I hope that you decide to join us and watch these videos and transform your profile so that you can start getting additional traffic, show up in that top ranking search, and potentially get some more business from it.